What's going on, guys? Rock here, and I got a box I wanted to show you today. Yeah, that's the end of the video. No, I'm just kidding. This is just the beginning. Gonna first do an unboxing on this. I went ahead and cut the tape. This package arrived today from Scuf Gaming, and I wanted to show you exactly what's inside it. So let's take out the bubble wrap here, throw it away, and inside we've got a controller, an Xbox 360 controller. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's see what else is in the box. Looks like we've got a couple of AA Duracell batteries. That's pretty cool. Of course, we have instructions. We will read those momentarily. But there's one more real important thing, and it's really tiny, and it's taped to the top of the box. There's an Allen key in this box. And you're probably wondering, why in the world would you need an Allen key with a video game controller? I'll show you about that in just a moment. Let's unzip this case and check this bad boy out. Really nice, durable, hard shell case. This is actually hard, so it could actually withstand having something laying on top of it, like maybe if you're a professional gamer and you travel a lot to tournaments all over the country, you could throw this in some luggage and be safe and secure knowing that nothing's going to happen to the controller that's inside. But let's flip this open, and there it is. That is a Scuf ATACS wireless controller, and we'll just set that down right there. Really cool looking controller, but it's not all about the visuals with a Scuf gaming controller. You know, you've seen other controllers in the past where they just have really fancy paint jobs. That's not the case here with a Scuf gaming controller. Not only is it about the visuals, it's about the function, and we're going to get to that just in a moment. But first of all, the finish on here, this top, you see it's got this camouflage finish here. That's actually a Remington firearms coating. So not only does it look really good, it's actually going to protect this controller and be very functional as well. It looks great. The buttons here, the A, B, X, Y, are all blacked out, as well as the guide button. It is also blacked out as well. One feature on the Scuf controllers is you can put any type of thumbstick on it you want. You can either have the standard Xbox 360 style of thumbsticks on it, which is what I chose to go with, or you can change these to a domed PS3 style stick as well. Totally up to you, totally customizable. The really important part about this controller, though, isn't the visuals, okay? You know, when you're holding your controller and you're playing for long periods of time, several things happen, especially if you're an older gamer like myself. Hand fatigue becomes a factor after a while. If you're playing a shooter like Call of Duty, you know, you have to hold in these triggers for a long period of time, aiming down sights. Your fingers can get a little bit fatigued, maybe even numb at one point. This controller, I'm looking for it to drastically change how that affects older guys like myself, because it's got some really unique features. Let's get right to the start in the meat of this controller. When you're normally holding this, if you want to press B or A or any one of your buttons, you have to move your thumb off the stick in order to hit one of your buttons. Let's say you're playing on a tactical button layout in Call of Duty like I play on, and you want to knife someone. Instead of clicking down the right thumbstick, I have to reach over and hit my B button. Doesn't happen as fast as I'd like it to. Well, the Scuf gaming controller is designed to take care of that. Here's all you have to do. On the bottom of this controller is a patented revolutionary set of paddles. And if you can listen, hear that clicking? On the underside of each one of these paddles is a very sensitive button, and you can actually map this to any button on the controller. This particular one, the right paddle happens to be mapped to the B button. The left paddle is mapped to the A button. So as I'm playing the game, I can actually hit B without taking my thumb off this thumbstick. All I have to do is use my middle finger here and simply press that button in. That is your middle fingers whenever you're playing. That's something you're not going to be using anyway. It's sitting comfortably right on top of these paddles. So all I have to do is simply press in that middle finger on either side, and I can activate the A and B button without taking my thumb off the thumbstick. That within and of itself is reason enough to look into one of these controllers. But that is just the beginning. That's not where it stops. Oh no, we've got several more features. Let me turn this around here so we can see the triggers. Now, you saw the Allen key earlier. Here's where it comes into play. You've got adjustments on both triggers, okay? You've got trigger stops and you can adjust the trigger tension. Really, really customizable here. You can adjust these to where it meets your gaming needs. Simply insert the Allen key into these small Allen screws and you can actually finite adjust this to where it suits your needs best. Really, really outstanding feature. As you know, playing a game like Call of Duty, when you pull the trigger down, you have a certain sweet spot that you hit eventually to fire the weapon. You don't have to put the trigger all the way to the bottom anymore. You can adjust this to actually meet that sweet spot before you would normally hit it on a plain Jane controller. So that's really outstanding. Another feature, you can adjust the tension, how much pull it has. If you've ever played Call of Duty for any length of time and you aim down sight quite a bit, just to hold this trigger down in place for a long period of time, it can actually put a lot of stress on your fingers. Not the case with the Scuf controller. You've got ample ways to adjust this to where it meets your comfort needs. But no, it doesn't stop there. One last feature on this controller I want to tell you about. The underside of this controller, this is not stock black coating here. This is actually Scuf grip, and it is a military grade paint that has been applied to the bottom of this controller. And what that does is, you know how your hands get really hot and sweaty while you're playing, and maybe the controller gets kind of slippery and slides around in your hands? The Scuf grip is designed to stop that and not let your hands slip and slide on the bottom of the controller while you're playing it. So really, really outstanding looking product. I look forward to throwing these batteries in it right here and putting it through its paces. I will report back shortly with how it actually plays, because you can have an outstanding controller, but if it doesn't play right, then you might have problems, okay? So let's check back in just a few moments and I will give you guys my review on how this actually plays. Okay, we're back guys through the magic of editing. You don't have to wait a really long time. I just got through with a gaming session using the Scuf ATACS controller here, and I gotta say, I was not disappointed. It was a pleasure gaming with this. Now, it took a while to kind of get used to. You know, you're so used to doing certain muscle learning mechanics with your fingers. Your mind is trained to, you know, if I need to knife somebody, I need to quickly press B. It's kind of hard to unlearn that, and you have a bit of a learning curve to retrain your mind not to hit certain buttons that you normally would and hit new buttons under here. So, but once I got over that, I have to say I can knife again. It's fantastic being able to actually knife somebody on the tactical button layout by simply hitting this paddle underneath here. That in and of itself is a bargain for me when it comes to getting this controller. One thing I wanted to mention, all of these controllers are handmade, hand assembled. What they do, this is a genuine Microsoft controller here, okay? It's not some knockoff brand. They take a brand new, genuine Microsoft controller and they take it apart and work on this, okay? So many hours of workmanship goes into each one of these Scuf gaming controllers. Therefore, it's not cheap, guys, okay? I don't want you to misunderstand this. You're paying for a quality product here. They've got many different price levels, starting anywhere from around $80, I believe. So this is not a cheap product, but there is an alternative. If for some reason you cannot afford to buy one of their controllers, you can actually get the Scuf service. Let's say you have your own Xbox 360 controller and you would like to give it the Scuf treatment, have these paddles put on it. no slow turn, have the trigger stops and be able to adjust the trigger tension. You can send your controller in to Scuf Gaming and it can get the Scuf treatment. Scuf service, really affordable, only $44.95. So that's a really good alternative if you're not able to purchase something like this. But if you're somebody such as myself with maybe a little disposable income that you can spend on something for a hobby like gaming that you really love and enjoy, and you know, myself, this is almost like a second business. Playing games, you know, and posting videos to YouTube has become a lot of work, and having a piece of equipment like the Scuf controller here, absolutely a game changer for me. It's going to be an absolute wonder now being able to knife people by simply hitting that paddle under there. I can't stress enough how cool that is. And one thing you want to look for whenever you're talking about a Scuf gaming product, inside here they put their own Scuf seal of approval, okay? So if you don't see that seal inside a controller, then it is not an official Scuf gaming controller. And these controllers are actually approved for MLG, EGL and WGL professional gaming leagues, okay? So you can use this in professional gaming situations. So there's nothing illegal about this controller. It's not rapid fire or anything like that. It's just really thoughtful and very smart adjustments to an already almost perfect product. As you guys know, I am primarily an Xbox 360 player, and I do have a PS3, but the Xbox 360 controller is what keeps me coming back to the Xbox 360. The size and dimension of the controller is just a super comfortable fit. And Scuf Gaming has gone the extra mile to improve on something even better. So guys, I highly recommend this product. I definitely give it my rock seal of approval. Go check out their website. It's www.scufgaming.com. The link will be below in the description. And I have to say, I am really pleased with the product that I have here in my hand. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, found it informative. I will see you guys again really soon with another video. Have a great day, everyone. I'm going to go play some more games.